Well, Southern California already is considered a transportation innovation leader in many circles. The fact that Los Angeles County is looking at tolled facilities, congestion pricing is not happening, but in a couple places throughout the country. The fact that we are growing a transit system, particularly with rail, is something that again requires a tremendous amount of investment, but it is something that is going to continue to create innovation and interest in Southern California.
I think Southern California needs to really look at what our priorities are for improving mobility throughout our region. And one way that we can do that is work together as a consensus group, bringing in multiple public agencies, whether we're transportation commissions, the ports of LA and Long Beach, Alameda Corridor East. We need to find ways to work together to identify the improvements that can make the whole system work, not just looking at isolated projects. I'm hoping that 50 years from now, people look back at what has been done now and said that they had a vision. The people in charge 50 years ago had a vision for what California should look like. And I think what we need to really focus on is how can we have a transportation infrastructure that is good for mobility, but also is good for our economy, and is also good for the quality of life for people who live and work here. And I think that that's something we really need to strive for.
I think that ultimately the priorities have to align with our land use policies. We've made a stab at that with SB 375 in terms of making sure that the populations are located where the transportation access is. And I think going forward, it's really important to make sure that we keep people and jobs together in the same area, or make it easy for people to get to jobs utilizing transportation and, again, multimodal options. Well, I think there's a lot of people that have articulated what the future is going to look like. I think it's definitely going to include more transit, more rail, potentially high-speed rail. I think that it will be greener, hopefully, and more sustainable.